Alright, so first things I read this week. Um, Man, it was hard to pick what I was going to read first this week. There was a lot of good books out there. I always keep one of my best books for last, and this week it was Hext. Um, the first thing I read this week was X number 21, the start of this X Captain Midnight crossover. Um, This book was odd. I don't know why it is that Captain Midnight would want to come and pick a fight with X. Um, Seems that you would just want to leave him alone. Um, but that's not the case. Uh, I thought that it was hilarious that his little sidekick person Annabelle decided that she's gonna put on the X mask and go out and try to be X when she's obviously not the Stone Cold Killer that X is. You know, just thrashing people right and left. Uh, and the talk back and forth in this between I don't know who this character is. Maybe somebody that reads Captain Midnight can tell me who this guy with an L on his forehead is. Uh, but yeah, he was pretty entertaining. This whole issue was pretty entertaining. I just don't understand why it is that if you've got a guy that is a stone cold killer like X, that you're going to come and pick a fight with him. Uh, but part one of this series, really good. One of the things I like about X is this Dark Horse, but it's a $2.99 title, and which makes me continue to pick it up every month. I'm guessing because it's from Project Black Sky, which is one of one of Dark Horse's side projects. Next, I read Lazarus, number 14. Uh, in this issue, you forever found out some things that were a little disconcerting. Um, the families and everything that's going on with them kind of came to a head. Um, and, came down to a fight in the end. People that drop this, I just don't understand why you drop this, because this series is just, coming to a head. There's fixing to be a huge battle between the Hawk family and the Carlyles and everybody else really that has an interest in the whole Lazarus project. And I thought that this issue was great. Um, I think it's funny though that you got this crazy butt shot with all the freaking butt shot controversy on everything these days. Uh, I read number 3 on Terrible Lizard. Colin Bunn. It's an Oni series. Um, Drew Moss's art in this, I freaking love. It's just like my comic guy was yelling in the background on my pull list. It's just fun. Every issue of this comic is just fun, and you don't know what's going to happen. Um, in this issue, the portal that brought Rex over here is opened again, and there's some other dinosaur type things that come through the portal, and you know she's still trying to do her thing and take care of Rex, and nobody wants to hurt him, but you know, in the end, it just comes down to everybody got made mad, and which was just love this issue. Terrible Lizard has been really really good. Um, it doesn't give me a number that this is going to, and I hope that it doesn't end anytime soon because every time that is just a really good comic. It's a really good break every week, and it's really enjoyable. Deep State by Justin Jordan. Uh, every issue, basically, our two characters are running for their life. The female has great hair, and you know, uh, there's just dead people and bad things that are trying to track them down and kill them. And the end of this issue, something happens that was a little bit of a surprise. But I mean, the art in this is just freaking awesome by Kristen Tina. And yeah, as always, Justin Jordan, great story. This, when this ends, I'm gonna be so freaking disappointed. Every week, every month, Wild's End is just hilarious, and the interaction between these characters, the coloring, everything about this freaking book is amazing. I love how this guy right here is all like fixing to go out and talk to this alien and talk about, hey, get off my land. And, then what happens next? He gets zapped and killed. And this freaking book is just, it has been hilarious. I laughed from the time that I started reading this issue till I shut the freaking page. Um, it is just a good comedy, a good sci-fi, just all around a good book. And I mean, this is what Boom Studios really does well, giving off the wall type stories that you're only going to do about 4 or 6 issues of. And, I think that's one of the reasons that I continue to read. This back page stuff in Wild's End is always great, giving you a little more backstory, a little more of what's going on. All this is writing of what's going on in the story we just read. And I just freaking love it. Wild's End, this is 506. So I would expect probably in April that there'll be a trade out on this. If you didn't get it on Wild's End, see what you can do about getting this in trade, because it has just been a really, really good War of the Worlds sci-fi story with animals. I mean, the best that you could possibly write. And anyway, about all I got to say about that, and get off here and getting around to reading some more comics.